before the universe existed? What was there? Most people answer too quickly. Nothing. God. A void. Silence. But every one of those answers assumes something dangerous. That before makes sense. We ask what came before the universe as if time already existed, waiting for reality to begin. But if time itself began with the Big Bang, then before is not a mystery, it's a mistake. And yet, the question refuses to disappear. Because even if physics removes earlier, the mind still asks, why this universe? Why anything at all? Tonight, we are not looking for origins. We are questioning the question. The question sounds natural. What existed before the Big Bang? But the moment we ask it, we've already made a mistake. Because the word before does not describe reality. It describes how the human mind works. We experience life as a sequence. One moment follows another. Causes come first, effects come later. So when we imagine the beginning of the universe, we instinctively place it on a timeline, an empty stage. Then something appears. But modern physics describes a different picture. Time is not a container the universe exists inside. Time is part of the universe itself. Space and time emerge together. They evolve together. There was no clock ticking before the universe began. No earlier moment waiting in silence. When the Big Bang occurred, it was not just the birth of matter and energy. It was the birth of time. And if time itself began there, then asking what happened before the Big Bang is like asking what lies north of the North Pole. The question feels meaningful, but it points in a direction that does not exist. This doesn't mean the universe appeared from nothing in the way we imagine nothing. It means our intuition breaks at cosmic scale. We are using a concept that only makes sense inside the universe to describe something where it no longer applies. And that leaves us with a deeper problem. If the universe did not begin after something, if there was no before at all, then the real mystery is not time. It's whether nothing was ever possible in the first place. When we say nothing, we imagine absence. No space, no matter, no time. But this picture does not come from physics. It comes from language. In modern cosmology, absolute nothingness does not exist. Even the emptiest regions of space are not empty. They contain quantum fields, energy that cannot be removed. Particles appear and disappear spontaneously, not because something causes them, but because reality allows it. This is not creation from nothing. It is creation from instability, from a state that cannot remain perfectly still. Which leads to an uncomfortable conclusion. If even nothing contains structure and potential, then nothingness is not the default state of reality. There is no physical model of a stable, eternal nothing. No equation where absolute absence can exist without collapsing into something else. In other words, nothing may not be rare. It may be impossible. If that's true, the universe does not need to emerge from emptiness. Existence may be the only condition that reality can sustain. And that forces the question to shift. Not, why did something appear? But why did we ever expect nothing to exist at all? If nothing was never an option, then the universe may not be an accident. It may exist because it had to. But that doesn't end the mystery. It sharpens it. If reality had to exist, why does it look like this? Why these laws? These constants? Change them slightly, and the universe collapses. Stars never form. Atoms never bind. Complexity disappears. This has led some to believe the universe was designed to allow life. But there is another explanation. We are not here because the universe was made for us. We are here because only a universe like this allows anyone to be here at all. This is not design, it is selection. Out of many possible realities, only the ones that can support observers ever get observed. This idea does not explain why the universe exists. It explains why this universe is the one we see. And that leads to a final possibility. Perhaps this universe is not unique. Perhaps it is one outcome among many, not chosen, not planned, simply one version that didn't fail. And if that's true, then the real question is no longer why this universe exists. But what happens to the ones that don't? If this universe is not unique, then the Big Bang may not have been a true beginning. It may have been a transition. Some theories suggest the universe did not emerge once, but many times. Expansion followed by collapse. Collapse followed by rebirth. A cycle. In these models, the Big Bang is not the moment everything began. It is simply the moment this version began. A previous universe may have existed before it, not earlier in time, but as a different phase of reality. No absolute starting point, no final origin, just repetition, each cycle resetting the conditions. This does not answer why reality exists. It removes the need for a first moment, and in doing so, it replaces a single impossible beginning with an endless process that never needed one. There is one detail every model quietly depends on: observation. Whether the universe is singular, one of many, or endlessly repeating, none of it matters unless something is there to notice it. A universe can expand, collapse, reset itself infinitely, but without observation, these events are indistinguishable from nothing. This brings us back to a familiar problem. Consciousness did not need the universe to exist, but meaning did. A universe without observers has no beginning, no end, no history, only processes, which raises an unsettling possibility. Perhaps the question, what existed before the Big Bang, only feels urgent because observation eventually appeared. Not to witness the beginning, but to retroactively demand one. In that sense, the universe may not have needed a start, only a moment when something inside it began to ask. Even after physics removes before, even after nothingness collapses as an idea, the question remains, not because it is unanswered, but because it is human. We are not built to accept beginnings without causes, events without origins, existence without a story. The mind demands a sequence, a first moment, a reason. But the universe does not share this demand. It does not explain itself. It does not justify its existence. It does not respond to questions that only make sense from the inside. The question, what came before, does not persist because reality requires it. It persists because consciousness does. We experience life from a center, from a now, and from that position, every story feels incomplete without a starting point. So the question survives, not as a problem of physics, but as a reflex of perspective. Not something the universe needs answered, but something the observer cannot stop asking. The universe does not explain itself. It does not offer reasons. It does not provide intentions. It does not respond to questions about why it exists. Physics describes how reality behaves, not why it should be here at all. Equations remain silent on purpose. They predict outcomes. They do not justify existence. This silence is not a failure of science. It is a feature of reality. The universe is under no obligation to be meaningful. It does not need to align with human expectations. Stars form, collapse, explode, not to create life, not to answer questions, not to be understood. Meaning only appears when an observer does. Without observation, there is no mystery to solve, only processes unfolding without interpretation. So when the universe offers no answer, it is not withholding one. There simply isn't a response to give, because the question was never addressed to it in the first place. When the question finally loosens its grip, nothing dramatic happens. The universe does not change. Time does not pause. Reality does not reveal a hidden layer. Only the urgency fades. What remains is not an answer, but a position. We see the question for what it is, not a key to the universe, but a mirror of the observer. The universe does not need a beginning to exist, but the mind needs beginnings to make sense of existence. When that need quiets, the search shifts, not outward toward an unreachable origin, but inward toward the limits of perspective itself. And in that silence, something becomes clear. The mystery was never what came before the universe. The mystery was why we expected the universe to owe us a beginning at all. We began with a question that felt simple. What existed before the universe? Along the way, the question didn't disappear. It changed. Time lost its certainty. Nothingness lost its meaning. Beginnings lost their privilege. What remained was not an origin story, but a realization. The universe does not require our questions. It exists without explanation, without intention, without apology. The need for a beginning belongs to us, to consciousness searching for order, to mind shaped by sequence, causality, and endings. Perhaps the universe did not begin in the way we imagine beginnings, and perhaps it never needed to. What matters is not what came before, but the fact that, for a brief moment, something inside the universe is able to ask at all. Not because the universe demands it, but because we do. And that may be the only position we were ever meant to reach.